Okay, the last lesson of the module. This is just more practice from what we've started in 5.4a. All right, Selena gave the waiter $2.25 tip at the restaurant. If her meal cost $12.50, what percent tip did she give? Okay, part A, we're going to let T represent the percent of tip. Which of the following equations are true? Okay, so if we multiply the tip amount times the percent of the tip, you get $12.50. No. If you multiply $12.50 by the percent of the tip, you get $2.25. Okay, this one, $12.50 goes with the 100, the full bill, and we're looking to see what percent is the $2.25. This one, no. $2.25 was not the 100%. No, that one's not good. This one, the percent of the tip is the tip money divided by the total money. That can work, yeah. This guy, the percent of the tip equals the total money divided by the tip money. No, let me make this just a hair crisper. There we go. Okay, so what percent of the tip did she give? If you calculate any of these three, you're going to get 18%. Okay, number 2 through 6, we're defining a variable for the unknown, writing a proportion, solving the percent problem showing the algebraic steps, write your answer in a sentence, and round to the hundredths place when necessary unless otherwise stated. So same directions as we had on 5.4a. Beatrice bought a new sweater. She paid $3 in sales tax. If the sales tax is 6%, what was the original price of the sweater? Okay, so we're going to let X be the original price. Setting up a proportion. Okay, we've got the 6% with the 100. Now the $3 is the 6%. Okay, and we're looking for the original. That goes with the 100%. Okay, so 6x equal 300. Divide by 6, and you get 50. So the sweater was $50. Jill bought a bracelet that cost $5. Sales tax came out to be 24 cents. What is the sales tax rate? And you guys, if you want to pause me and try these on your own, there's nothing new here. Okay, we're just doing more practice with some different kinds of problems that we didn't see necessarily in 5.4a. Okay. All right, so we're going to let X equal the tax rate. Okay, and we're going to look for that in a percent. Okay, we're looking for the percent. All right, so we're looking for the percent over 100 that 24 cents is over the $5 total. Okay, the 24 cents goes with what the percent is, the tax rate. $5 is what the original price was. There's your setup. 5x equals 24. When you divide by 5, you get x equals 4.8. The tax rate was 4.8. Rounding to the nearest hundredth, you need that hundredths position there, this guy, even though there isn't one, if that makes sense. If you put that in your calculator, you'd probably just see 4.8. But if we're asked to round to the nearest hundredths, tuck in that hundredths position. Okay. Next problem. Juan is trying to fit a screenshot into a report. It's too big, so he reduces it first by 30%. It still doesn't fit, so then he reduces that image by 20%. Okay, don't be thinking he reduces by 50%. Okay, overall. Careful. If the original image was 8 inches wide, how wide is the twice reduced final image? Do you understand we have two problems in this one? Okay, we're going to look, X is the size after reducing once. Okay, so we are looking, it says the original image was 8 inches wide. Okay, so the original was 8 inches wide. Aren't we looking for 70%? You got to be really careful here. This is something that we didn't see last time. So if you put 30 in here, you'd have to subtract it off at the end. Okay, you'd subtract it off the 8 in the end. I'm going to be smarter about this. I'm looking for 70% of the original image. That's what I'm looking for. So this is how I'm going to set it up. Yes, you could put 30 in there, but then you'd have to subtract it off the 8 at the end. Okay, so this is 100x equals 56. Divide by 100. I'm sorry, 560. I get 5.6. Okay, so this is the size of it after reducing the first time. Okay, now I'm going to let y be the size after reducing twice. Okay, so I'm looking now at my full thing is 5.6 inches. That is the new number we found here after the first reduction. Okay, now if I'm reducing by 20%, aren't I looking for 80%? Okay, if you put 20 in here, that's okay, but you're going to have to subtract off your answer at the end because this is not, my y is the size after reducing twice. If you put 20 in here, your y would be how much the reduction is, and you'd have to subtract it. Okay, so be very careful on that. That's tricky. Okay, so I get 100y equals, if you multiply those in a calculator, you get 448. Divide by 100, and you get 4.48. So it will be 4.48 inches. Okay, number 5. The size of Mrs. Garcia's class increased 20% from the beginning of the year. If there are 36 students in her class now, that's with the increase, how many students were in her class at the beginning of her year? So x equals the original students before the increase, Okay, we're looking for the original students before the increase. Now this 20 needs to be added on to the original 100. We're looking for 120%. Okay, so there's your setup. 36 has the increase in it. 36 is not just the 20%. That'd be a huge class. Okay, so there's your setup. We have 120x equal 3600, and then we're going to divide by the 120, and we get x equal 30. There were 30 students originally. Okay, last problem, guys. Mika and her friend Anna want to give 20% of the money they make at a craft fair to charity. Mika makes $500 and they want to give a total of $150. How much will Anna have to make? All right, 2-part problem. I'm going to let X be Mika's portion. All right, so Mika makes $500. So here's her setup. We've got 100%. We're trying to find what 20% is of her $500. Okay, so this says we're trying to find out what 20% is of the original $500. That's what that says. So this would be 100 X equal 10,000. Divide by 100 and you get 100. Okay, now let's look at Anna. Let's let her be Y. Anna's portion. Okay, now 150 total, and Mika gives 100. So Anna's portion is $50. Okay, so we're going to be looking at, we need to know how much, you know what, it's not Anna's portion, it's Anna's total. Okay, because we know that her portion's 50. We already know that. We're looking for how much. We're looking for how much she'd have to make. Okay, we know that 20% for Anna is $50. So we know 20% is $50. We're trying to find out how much she needs to make in order to get that $50. So 20Y equals 5,000. Divide by 20, and you get 250. Okay, so Anna will have to make 250, oopsie, sorry guys, $250. Anna will have to make $250. All right, well that concludes 5.4b and Module 5. Thanks, guys.